What's up, you guys? It's Rob here with your midweek update on the market. Really, the market's been trading within a range. We've been seeing the gap ups and gap downs going into regular trading hours, and this is because the moves have been happening overnight. I have a feeling, though, that this is going to change coming into Thursday and Friday because we have a lot of news coming out on Thursday and Friday, and we'll talk about that in a second. But we also have to talk about the end of quarter flows that are going to be a huge thing coming in. The moving the JPM collar as well is also going to move the market. So if you guys can do me a huge favor, drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, make sure you ring that bell for the YouTube algorithm. It really does help me out a lot. But let's talk about the news here that we're going to get in the next 2 days. So really tomorrow on Thursday, we're going to be getting GDP, absolutely going to move the market, initial jobless claims, and continuing jobless claims. Now, if we see a raise in jobless claims, this is going to be a bullish signal to the market because it's going to say, hey, Fed, the unemployment rate might be going up a little bit here. You don't have to do as much work, and we're going to see the change in the Fed futures rate. So that's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on, along with GDP. GDP is expected to come in at 2.7%. We're expecting about 195,000 jobless claims, so just keep your eyes on those numbers and put them in your head. That's what we're going to be looking for. So anything 2.7% and above for GDP, yay. Anything really 195,000 and above, yay. Anything lower than that is not going to be a good sign for the market. We also have 3 Fed speakers as well coming in. We got President Collins, we got Barkin, and we got Kashkari speaking on Thursday. Now going into Friday, we have PCE is really going to be the huge highlight. It's the Fed's preferred way of measuring inflation. So we're going to get this, definitely going to be a market mover on top of the end of quarter options flows and the moving the collar and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a huge thing. We have Fed speakers as well, and we also get the UMich consumer sentiment as well. So that's just going to be another thing to add in there. So really with the next 2 days, just be prepared. It's going to be volatile. We're getting a lot of news going into the end of the quarter. But let's take a look here at the S&P 500 and really what it's done thus far. And like I said, really when we take a look at this on the daily, you can just see Monday. Well, let's actually go into the hourly and really take a look at it. So Monday we had a nice gap up, and then we had a gap up going in here in the Tuesday, and then we kind of stayed flat, and then we kind of came back down, and then we kind of popped up here. So we've been a little bit all over the place. Every single indice on the week is an inside week, and the huge thing to take a look at here is 405.05 still remains that target that we're going to have to get to. The S&P 500 is probably the second strongest indice right now, next to the QQQ, which by far is the strongest one. QQQ even still has an inside week, so we just have been pretty much chopping around here. You take a look at the hour time frame, and you can really just see the chop that is going on here within the market. It is a lot of chop. Dow is the same exact way, still inside on the week. Still, huge mark that we want to get to on the Dow is going to be 332.42. This is going to flip the quarter back green, and you'll be at full time frame continuity green, which would be a good thing. If we take a look at IWM inside on the week, we still haven't broken this trend line. We still have the month, and we still have the quarter red. Where are our pivots for that? Let's see here. So let's go over here to the monthly chart. We would have to touch 188.19 to flip the month back green. And on the quarter, we would have to get to, what is this going to be? We would have to get to 175.93, which really isn't that far. So we could flip the quarter. It's going to take a lot more to flip the month back green on IWM. But really, we can dive in and take a look at the watch list here. And the watch list really is going to have one commonality. We're pretty much going to see a lot of inside weeks where we're going to see a 2 up, but we've barely gotten that trigger going on here. Where's my numbers? Okay, let's turn on the numbers for the people in the back. So we've got a 2 up here on the week for Netflix. We still haven't hit 344.13. We have gotten that trigger off of that 2 up on the week, which is good. So we got that continuation there. Microsoft was one that I've definitely been watching. This trend line, we literally wicked through it here on Monday. My bad. Let's look at it on the daily. We literally touched this and then we gapped. We came down and then we gapped up. Microsoft has been all over the place. We take a look on the weekly. Microsoft has triggered 2 up, but barely has triggered 2 up. It's pretty much what's called a dragonfly doji. By far, I would have to say the strongest right now is going to be DE. DE still double inside on the week, but very close to this trigger. What's really interesting, if you take a look at it on the 3-day, is we have a double inside bar as well. Thank you for finally loading my numbers. On the day, you can see DE pretty much has been stuck within this range. So Friday, we had this, we gapped up on Monday, we gapped up on Tuesday, and we gapped up again. So we're getting these gaps and we're seeing these moves overnight, but not really seeing a lot of movement during the day. BA, to take a look at this, on the weekly, we got that 2 up trigger here. Airlines have been taking off, especially today, no pun intended, but I like how I did that. If we take a look here at the daily, you can really just see gap up, pretty much gap up. I think we filled this gap and then we've gapped up here on Wednesday. Still got that squeeze. BA looks good. End phase had a heck of a day. This was one that I was looking towards the downside and it said, psych, you're going to be wrong about me. So if we take a look at the week here, still have that double inside, but we have the shooter counter hammer right now. Shout out to Rob Smith. We had that nice couple of days down and then we just drilled right back through these and we're filling this volume imbalance out right here that I can highlight for you guys. Where's my rectangle? There's my rectangle. So we got that volume imbalance that we've pretty much filled out. It's just going to be curious to see if we come up here and touch this trend line and if we reject and come back down or not. Let's take a look at Mickey D's. McDonald's, gotta love my Mickey D's. So the huge thing is here we got the 2 up on the week and McDonald's is moving. Let me tell you that. Did we make new all-time highs? No, we haven't made new all-time highs yet, but we're definitely getting close to it. McDonald's is doing good. XLP is a sector that I've really seen that has been getting a lot of attention and has been doing good. Squeeze indicator looks like it might be going towards the upside, so we're going to be seeing that bullish MACD going on here, which is going to be a good sign for McDonald's. We got this break of this trend line as well, so immediately the target that I want to see here is if we can get up here and touch this 3. This 3 is at 279.90, followed by 281.67. And really with McDonald's ATR, that's all really reachable within a single day. So strap up, guys. McDonald's might make new all-time highs going into the end of the quarter. CrowdStrike is another one that I had my watch on. We triggered 2 down here on the week, but you can see we've barely moved a lot. Like the market really hasn't given much. We've been stuck in this range and it's been a pain to trade in. You have to be patient. You just have to wait for it. We did break this trend line here, but you can see buyer stepped in. So we'll have to see if we can reverse this back up, reclaim the trend line and flip the week back green. But really the huge thing that I want to see here on CrowdStrike is if we're going to go into the downside, how are we going to react to this gap here? That's the huge thing that I want to be taking a look at. PanW was the last one on the watch list for the week for me. We got an inside week, much like the indices, and we've pretty much been chopping within this whole entire range. Let's see here. Yeah, we've been chopping between 190 and 194, so we've been stuck within a $5 range for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days now, really. We do have this gap to the downside as well that we're going to have to keep in mind. This volume imbalance down here to the downside, we're going to have to keep that in mind. But really, that's it for the watch list for the week. We've pretty much been chopping sideways. I have a hard feeling when we recap this either on Sunday or later in the week, we're going to see a lot of things change here. So guys, really just be prepared. Also, keep your eyes on XLP. It definitely is moving. Anything consumer staples is definitely starting to see some attention, and we're starting to see some defensiveness within the market. And also, China does have my attention as well. KWEB has gotten a lot of flow. PDD and Baba. Baba has gone absolutely ape. Shout out Abby. That was a great call out, and you still have 300%, and you have until June. It's going to be absolutely amazing to see how high it runs. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you have any questions or anything like that, drop it down in the comments section. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button, all that kind of fun stuff. I'm being redundant, so I'm going to hop off of here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.